All right. Your first comic coming to the stage is a very young, attractive man. He dresses sharply, and he's very funny. Put your hands together for Jesse Whitehead.
A letter to the judge with regards to my son's sentencing. Most honorable Judge Turdfucker, it is with a heavy heart that I must accept the jury's verdict of guilty. It is every parent's nightmare that their child must someday be held accountable for their actions. My son has not had a good night's sleep since that fateful day in court. Indeed, he can now only sleep 8 hours a night instead of his usual 11. Gone are the times when he would go out drinking with his friends in a carefree daze, dance shirtless on the tables at the bar, and harass women who clearly did not wish him to be in their personal space. Now when he drunkenly dances shirtless and harasses women, the light in his eyes just isn't the same. One of our most treasured father-son activities was to illegally trespass on nature preserves to hunt, cook, and eat endangered peacocks. You should see the way he used to hold an AR-15 and take aim at those defenseless birds. I swear when he was just a boy, nothing brought him greater joy than taking the life of an animal. Now when I see him murder innocent creatures and tear into their flesh with his teeth, he can barely muster a smile afterwards. Is it right that my son should suffer so for one act? Your Honor, while my son's transgression was wrong, surely his drunkenness has some bearing on his moral culpability. Setting that homeless man on fire took only 20 seconds. Should my son really suffer for the rest of his life over a 20-second lapse in judgment? I would also point out that that homeless man was drunk as well and known for panhandling on the streets. Where is his punishment beyond simply receiving third-degree burns over 65% of his body? Surely this person deserves to shoulder some of the blame for what happened. Your Honor, whatever happened to the concept of taking personal responsibility? Not a day goes by that my son doesn't regret being caught for what he did. He's been banned from the campus of DeVry University. He will now never receive his associate's degree in communications and never achieve his dream of playing professional arena football. Surely this is punishment enough. For months now, my son has had to deal with the indignity of being treated as if he were black. Or worse yet, Latino. Your Honor, if we go around throwing the book at every young man who immolates a homeless person, we are simply giving in to the forces of political correctness. Must we create a safe space for every weak American who does not wish to be harassed, threatened, abused, or set on fire? Such a precedent would serve only to make us vulnerable as a species. Why, when I was my son's age, we would frequently engage in harmless pranks, such as stuffing freshmen in phone booths or raping sorority sisters, and no one ever complained. Except for the women, but of course they don't count. Your Honor, I would ask you to look into your heart, see my son as the privileged, heterosexual white male that he is, and do what your conscience tells you. After all, was it not Martin Luther King Jr. who said that all lives matter, especially white ones? Yours in Christ, Arthur Q. Shitlord IV, Esquire.
Jesse Whitehead! Wasn't that story riveting?
It's hilarious.